Hello, 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 and welcome back to my podcast, What's Cooking? This week we have DJ producer Dan White. Woo!
Hello.
Thank you so much for being part of my podcast.
No, thank you so much for getting me on. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I was thinking this on the way down. I think the scene needs more podcasts and stuff.
Yeah.
Because as a DJ and producer and whatnot, you're always looking for a bit of advice from people who you look up to and stuff. And there's been a few podcasts that have done it, but I think we need more.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you said that because I feel like that's kind of why I've started it as well. Like, it's so nice to knowledge share. And sometimes I think in the industry, whether you're, 5,000 followers like me or whether, you've got loads of followers like you, there's so many different perspectives that you can pick up and like learn from people.
Definitely.
And I just think you need to share the knowledge.
Yeah.
It's not always an open door industry, is it? So that's kind of why I started it.
Of course, definitely. And I love listening to podcasts anyway. So
Do you?
Yeah, I'm really into podcasts. So when you said you were doing this and I've heard the guests that you're getting on, I'm like, yeah.
Well, I love that pat on the back for me.
Yeah.
Well, no one will know this, but the last time that Dan and I saw each other was ADE 3 years ago.
Was it 3 or was it 2? But it wasn't this year just gone, it was the year before, wasn't it?
2023.
Was it?
2023. So you've been like twice since?
I've been 3 times in a row. I went this one I think it was 2 years ago then.
No.
Maybe it was 3, maybe.
No,
honestly, AD is a blur, isn't it? So.
Well, yeah, I was going to say that, like, it's actually mental. The first time I did it, I say the first time, the only time that I did it, I didn't really make the most of it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Why, were you just partying or?
Well, I'd only gone for that show. Do you remember I did?
That FFRR show?
Yeah, and it was like
it.
Obscure Alex
One.
Yes. There was a singer there who also DJs.
Yeah.
I really should know this, but the lineup was 3 years ago, so you're going to have to excuse me. But that was literally the only thing that I went to, bar that like record shop that we went and had like a coffee within the...
Really? Yeah.
There was that... Do you remember there was that like meeting?
Yeah.
That meeting. Oh my God. Anyway, let's just get straight into it.
While we're on that topic, I remember that night and remember seeing Obscure. I'd never seen Obscure before. That was before they dropped I've Arrived, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was before they blew up.
Yeah.
So I feel like we can say now we knew them before they were famous.
I don't know, because I feel as though I definitely knew Obscure when they released...
Bayside?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I used to rinse Bayside
Yeah.
so much. And I remember seeing them and being like, I fucking love Bayside. You need to play it more. And obviously that's every DJ's worst nightmare. Like, why do you know me for my like first track that blew up? But I guess we could say that. Do you think they would count that as before they blew up?
I mean, it was before they had the big...
Yeah.
I've Arrived. I see that as the point. I've Arrived and Fallen and...
Well, yeah, they've arrived. They really have. I do rinse that tune in like almost every single set.
Do you still play it? Yeah.
Oh my God. Do you know what? They love it.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love dancing around. I'm like, and then you know that I've arrived. Doing too. But yeah, I do love them. Right. We're going straight into it because I feel like there's a lot of stuff that people can learn from you, and especially with your TikTok career really setting off. But first, I kind of want to jump into full-time music because you are full-time music, aren't you?
I am in a rogue way, I'd say.
Go on, expand.
So I've been technically full-time in music since after lockdown.
Yeah.
Technically. But it's not like... It's for me, I've been DJing now for 8 years.
Really?
I started when I was 18, yeah, so 26, yeah, so 8 years.
I'm 26, Dan. I'm 26.
Yeah.
Your life's just beginning.
Of course.
None of these negative vibes.
So yeah, I started DJing while I went to uni. It was never the plan to start DJing.
No.
I went to uni to do business, went to be a businessman. Then went to a few raves, loved it, and then had a good friend that was a DJ in town in Liverpool. So I went to uni in Liverpool. And started from there, and then very quickly, because he was in the club scene, very quickly picked up quite a few club gigs. I'd only been DJing for about 6 months by the time I got my first residency.
Yeah.
Just in it was a different time. It was when club culture was a bit different. Yeah, I don't think it's the same anymore. I don't think people go out the same. It's more raves now, isn't it?
Yeah.
But back when I was in uni, did you go uni in Liverpool as well?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I went to Lipper with Aaliyah.
Of course you did, yeah.
Yeah.
That time around like Concert Square, and it was banging. I was doing like 5-6 nights a week DJing.
Was you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, the life.
I was way more active then. I'd say the life. I was meant to be in uni at the same time. I'd be up till like 6 a.m. every night.
Oh my God.
And then
Lecture at 9.
Lecture at 9. Yeah. So very early on, I got to a point where, I mean, bar gigs and stuff, they pay quite well. So I got to a point where I was very comfortable with that. But obviously after COVID, a lot of clubs have shut down. You know, quite a sad time to be honest. But so I've transitioned more into like bar work while I'm finding my feet in my own music. So I still do that a little bit now, but now it's starting to transition to more, I don't want to say proper gigs, but gigs where I'm playing my own music and my own sound. And stuff like that.
Something that feels a bit more worthwhile.
Yeah, a bit more me.
Intentional.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. I think that's so important for people to know about, because there's always that balance, I think, when you're trying to, you know, pursue music full time, where people aren't always as transparent as what they could be.
Yeah.
I know like a few of my friends have been part-time or maybe full-time, and then, you know, when something's popped off, they've been able to sack the full-time job or the part-time job and just go full-time music. But I think, you know, there's a bit of misinformation about the reality of, you know, being full-time music. Am I right in thinking that you also help with Blank?
No, so a big release of mine that was on Blank in September, probably my most successful release so far. I'm not involved with them as such, but they do give me advice on stuff here and there, which
That's
is
so
great
nice.
people to know. And funnily enough, one of the guys that runs Blank, he runs a couple of big labels and stuff. And when I sent him my contract through, he was like, "Oh my God, you live 2 streets away from me."
No way!
Like 2 minutes away. So when I'm going to the gym in the morning, I sometimes see him and have a chat with him, which is nice. But yeah,
that's so nice.
Yeah, it's cool. But yeah, like I say, it might not be the most glamorous thing. You know, I'm playing in bars, and the worst thing now, you see people and they'll recognize me as Dan White from TikTok while I'm playing in like a bar where I'm playing commercial Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
This isn't good for my image, but
yeah. And do you know what? I'd seen Dom Dollar be like, I think he'd won an award recently, and he was like, whether, you know, like DJing in bars or DJing at events or DJing a birthday party, you're still doing the same thing. Like, you remember why you love it. So it's still nice that you get to do that, because to be honest, like, I don't get to do those sorts of gigs at all.
No.
Like, my gigs are very, not few and far between, but like they are more intentional, but they're just not as frequent, if that makes sense.
You play some unreal gigs there. I seen what was it? Morgan Seatrate, Invisible Wind.
Oh yeah. But that's what I mean. Like, it's better gigs, but they're like less frequent.
Yeah.
When did you actually start producing then?
I started in COVID during lockdown. Yeah.
Oh, so similar to Aaliyah then.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell? And then how did you learn?
So I started I went through a bit of a journey with it, because I started by making drum and bass.
What?
Yeah.
What? What? Who are you referencing?
I loved Subfocus, Dimension. It was the commercially dance floor stuff, but that's what I started going to when I first started. I used to start going to bassline events and drum and bass.
You're
joking.
Yeah.
My mates would be going to a tech house event and be like, "No, let's get some proper music."
Yeah.
But then I've matured.
Oh no, drum and bass is still really good.
I still got a love for it, but
Yeah.
I've definitely found what my actual calling is in the deep house space and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, started on drum and bass, playing with a bit of that. Then I went into techno, trying to make that for a bit, and then finally found what I'm into in the house. So I think that's why you see a lot of producers, they come through and you see them all on like different trajectories. Some went to ADE, met a producer, he showed me his stuff, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, you must have been producing for years. He was like, I've been doing it for a year. And it's like, well, I've been doing it for 4. My stuff's not as good.
Yeah.
So I think everyone has their own little journey.
Yeah.
I think if you find your own sound quickly, you can get there quicker. Whereas if you've done a bit like me and you don't know exactly what you want to produce, it does take a little bit longer, but I think then you learn more skills overall.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've waffled on a bit there, but
No, I think that's really clear because I think it just reiterates that everyone's kind of on their own path.
Yeah.
And sometimes some people might pick it up quickly. I've definitely noticed, not to play the age card, but as I've gotten older, it takes me not longer, but if I'm not consistent enough, it doesn't stick. Whereas I do think, like, you know, if you starting younger and you're starting to create younger, it's just like, it's like clockwork, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Especially if there's any like young producers watching this or anything, try and learn keyboard, try and learn. I know people say you don't need to know music theory, but it helps so much.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as you know the basics. But yeah, from where I learned, I started on just YouTube videos, just trial and error, trying it myself. And then...
Who was like your key person you'd go to?
There's a guy called Dilby.
Oh.
I don't know if you've heard of Dilby.
No.
He's class, considering it's free. Like,
Yeah.
It's really good. And then I tried this site called Fader Pro.
I've heard of that, yeah.
Fader Pro. I bought a few courses on there and then tried Syntho. Everyone knows Syntho. Josh Baker's.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's on Syntho.
I love Syntho.
Yeah.
I'm on Syntho.
Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's really
brilliant.
good.
But I think now my Syntho like subscription's coming towards the end. I think it's now time to... I don't think the learning never stops. I think you can always get better. And
Definitely.
even if you're at a level where you're releasing, I think you shouldn't stop taking courses and learning stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But I think I'm going to try a different one that's maybe not so popular, because I think with Syntho you've got the trap of everyone making a similar sound.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are actually talking about that on TikTok as well. Like, some people want different sounds, but I think it's just an amazing platform to learn from, to be honest.
Brilliant, yeah.
Like, if you want to get technical or if you just want to learn the basics and just roll with it, I think
Definitely.
it's so good.
Use code Beccs for...
Oh my God, imagine. Sponsored by Syntho. Beccs X Syntho. But yeah, no, I think that's really interesting. What was I going to say? I was going to say, how do you know a track's done? Like, when you're making a track, it's a question on everyone's lips. Look.
Yeah.
Tell me.
That's a struggle. I think... So I'm in a point at the moment where I've been... So... How do I get my words out here? So at first, when I started producing, like maybe last year, my idea was get a track out. As soon as in my head I think it's done, I'd send it out to loads of DJs. Right. What's getting downloaded? I'm like, that's good enough. Yeah. If it's not getting downloaded, I'm like, maybe I need to go back to the drawing board on this. But then recently, I've been trying to focus on... I got a bit of advice. It was like, instead of focus on singles too much, try and focus on EPs if you're aiming for certain labels.
How come?
I don't know. I guess it's just a different approach to it. And you can show you've got like a breadth of work rather than just the one single.
Right. Strategic.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's a lovely nugget of advice you've given there.
And being on the other end of receiving like promos and stuff. Yeah. Say I go through, obviously, Trackstack, and we can discuss Trackstack later if you like. But I go through, and if I see something like one track from one producer, everyone's like that. And it's like listed like all the way down. But if you see a producer sent me 3 tracks, you're like, oh, you can see it more on your screen. You're like, this might be a better quality because it's not just they finished it and sent it me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think I've gone with that approach a bit. But now I'm out of the loop. I've not sent tracks out to anyone since like October.
And why is that?
Quite a while. Because I've just been building up a breadth of work. Yeah. You know? I think I've got like 30 unreleased that I'm happy with at the moment. So I think if I start sending them out now. But then...
Go on. What's the tactic?
Issue now. With
I'm gonna move this back just a little bit because I don't want it to. Okay, go.
Of course, yeah. You got the issue now where I've got all these tracks, and the ones that I made at the start of the last 6 months. Yeah. I listen to them now and think, are they good enough anymore? Are they finished? So I wouldn't advise going down my route unless you've got a specific label in mind that you're aiming for. But yeah, to go back to your question, how do you know when a track's finished? I don't think you do. I think you've just got, when it's 95% done, that's done.
Yeah, I think that's a nice bit of advice. But I also think, like how you said, it go back 6 months and you think, like, am I sure? How do you feel about, like, let's say self-releasing? Because I've had advice where, you know, people have said, maybe self-release as you go, and then that's your sound developing and people get to see that sound develop. Like, what's your opinion on that, really?
I think that's spot on. That's something that I'm going to be doing. Going on a little trip next week. Yeah. For 3 or 4 weeks. which is a really cool thing to say.
Yeah.
But then when we get back, I'm setting up my own label and setting up my own party. I think it's the right time.
Oh my God.
Announce it on the
exclusive
yeah,
preview there.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
well
because thank you. I've said it now, so it's got to happen.
Well, it has to. That's amazing.
Yeah. So my plan with that is put a track out once every 4 weeks to 6 weeks. Similar to, I don't know if you've heard of him, he's a lad called Josh Haval.
Yes.
He owns Gibberish, and he's done that model. I'm good friends with him, and he's done that model over the past year.
Yeah.
I feel like gets your music out, shows a level of consistency, you can build your own little group. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's definitely what I want. Is that something that you want to do?
Look, it's called What's Cooking Official. Not What's Cooking Podcast, not What's Cooking Events.
Nice.
It could be more than a podcast. I think, you always want something that's kind of yours, don't you? And,
of course.
You associate Josh Baker with Syntho, You and Me, Hide and Seek, Hannah Lang, Doof. Brain's gone blank there, but
yeah, I think any DJ that wants a long career and not just flash in the pan, I think you need your own asset.
Exactly.
Look at the big boys that have been doing it years. You've got Jamie Jones, he's got he's got Paradise, Hot Creations, Marco's got music on, like.
And even like Rossi, Homegrown, and he's got his own little cooking show. Like,
it's mad, isn't it? All these weird marketing things that people are coming up with.
But
now.
I also like bit of an exclusive on the pod, but when I was coming up with the name for What's Cooking, I was thinking, well, I love cooking food, like that's a passion point, but also like when you're mixing, not just mixing in a bowl, but when you're mixing on the decks, you're cooking. And like, it's also colloquial for like, what's going on with you? But wait, where was I going with what I was saying? I think what I'm trying to say is like, even though there's like these niche marketing things, there's a connection somewhere, like the homegrown thing. It's like he's making this food from himself. It's homegrown and like it's a passion of his. You know? It's not like me going and doing surfing. It's something that he actually likes. I don't like surfing. That makes
sense for that person.
Exactly.
I love that. I think you've got to do that with your music, and you've got to be yourself because it's just what comes easier. I know it's easier said than done. Yeah. But yeah. Any
exclusives on the name, or are you still thinking that one over?
I've got the name.
Keep it exclusive.
But I've had the name for about 6 months.
Oh really?
It's actually named after the first deep house record that I loved.
Oh no.
I think that's a cool way to do it.
Yeah.
But I'm just milling it over to make sure it's right,
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Like, don't share too soon.
Yeah.
Just in case I might what's the word, trademark it before you.
Yeah, someone might steal it 'cause it's that good.
Really? Well, kind of hope so. for your sake. Okay. I feel like we've covered so many of my questions in like the first section, so that's really nice. I feel like a little pocket of info that people might want to know is, what is something about working in music that people massively underestimate, do you think?
I think the time that you have to put into it, mostly. Because I speak to my friends, and a lot of my friends aren't into music at all. And my family as well, not really musical people, other than my sister, she's in a band, but that's different.
Yeah.
But like, they see you like, oh, you're doing all day, you're making music, and they say, oh, you're dossing on your computer.
Yes.
Yeah, you're pissing about. But no, it's like, so you're DJing all weekend, the travel as well. I've only first started like getting to know that recently, and that is mental. I don't know how DJs do it, honestly. No. But then you'll produce like 12 hours a day. So you're doing like 60 hours a week, 70 hours a week.
Yeah.
And I don't think people understand that. They think, oh, you're unemployed. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
It's definitely a perception people have, like, get a real job. But
I can relate to that completely. Yeah. I mean, my family, they have their own family business, building sheds.
Nice.
I mean, they'd say it was a little bit more than building sheds, but it's easier to put it like that. And like, my dad sings in the shower. I think that's the extent to musical he's got.
Yeah.
But like, none of my other family members are really musical at all. And like, even taking them to like Park Life last year, they're a bit like, what the hell? This is like the maddest thing ever. Like, my mum and dad had never been to a festival before.
Did you say your mum and dad? Yeah.
Yeah, oh my God,
amazing.
hilarious. Like, the videos and like, my dad's filming in landscape. It's like the funniest thing.
Was he filming like that, like with his...
Yeah, and like going, wait. But yeah, no, it was iconic. But I think that when you're potentially like you don't really know someone that's in the industry or like, you just don't know anyone really. You wouldn't really know that that's how long it takes. Because even, not to take the attention back to myself, but even like after work, finishing work and like I have to produce after work, saying to my mum and dad, yeah, that's what I say to him. I said, my dad likes to do these sprint triathlons, right? And I said to him, imagine wanting to be an actual like Olympian, right? But you've also got to work all day in an office and then go and train afterwards. That's a great
analogy.
Yeah, like try being an Olympian whilst also having a full-time job. Let me know how you get on. How far are you getting? in how many weeks? Do you know what I mean?
I do feel for people like yourself who have like a full-time job and, you know...
Compassionate.
You know, you got to work in something that's not music. No, because I had a job at Porsche for last year. I was teaching DJing.
Oh, was you?
Which was really cool. I really enjoyed the job, but that was full-time. Then I was DJing at the weekend. Then it's trying to find time to produce, then see your family, see your girlfriend, whatever.
100%, yeah.
You know, it was a lot. Like...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how people do it, but you find a way. You've got to find a way.
Oh, 100%. And I feel like the pressure of social media almost like pushes you on to do that sometimes, you know, like when you're like looking at other people and stuff. But that's a perfect segue into the next section.
Just quickly on that point as well, with the pressure of social media.
Yes.
I think there's almost like a grind set hustle mentality.
Oh my God.
See it?
Yeah.
But I think that with creativity, I've noticed this in myself. I don't know if you've noticed this, but if you see it as like, I've got to do this because that, you don't get anything creative. You forget why you started doing it in the first place. It's like, I do this because I love it. Like, it's fun. I shouldn't see it as a task.
Yeah. No, I resonate with that.
I relax doing this. So
yeah.
And that's when you get the best results, I think.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, because I feel like there was a conversation that I had like a couple of weeks ago, and they were saying like, just don't put the pressure on yourself, but just do it, if that makes sense. And it's like, if something comes from it, great. If not, it doesn't matter. You've tried. And it's that consistency and remembering, like you said, why you've done it.
Yeah.
Because I think like you said, you get so caught up in the hustle and the bustle, and everyone been like, I'm playing in Ibiza and I'm playing here and I'm meeting this DJ and I'm having my track played by this person. And you think, fuck, why am I not doing that? And you're like, well, I've been at work all day. I've got 3 hours once I've cooked my tea to make something. And it's like, you're kicking yourself because you've not made a 3-minute track by the end of the week. But everything, you forget that you're doing it because you do love it. And
I think if you can try and go into every session with no expectations from it, just, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to make something that, I try and look at it as, I want to make something that I want to hear that nobody's made yet.
Ooh.
Yeah. I want to make the music that doesn't exist that I want to hear.
Damn, that's a lovely little nugget there. Yeah. That's really nice.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you who's on the same wavelength as that. Do you know Chris Cookin?
Yes.
He said that. Similar thing.
I think that's where I might have accidentally nicked that from.
Really?
Now you've said that, I saw that clip the other day.
No, but how good that is resonated so well.
Yeah.
Like, so good.
Shout out Chris Coburn.
Exactly. Fab. Well, I think, speaking of social media, one thing that I was really excited to speak to you about was obviously your TikTok.
Yeah.
And I want to know, like, what made you start it? Where did it come from? Like, were you seeing someone else do it? Like, what kind of made you decide, shit, I need to do this, or I
need to get on TikTok?
Yeah.
Well, when it first came out, TikTok, it was seen as a bit of a cringe platform, in my opinion.
Oh, 100%.
But then I wanted to avoid it at first because I saw you just scrolling and you're wasting your time. I had to keep deleting it from my phone, so I was spending too much time on it. But then you see a couple of producers that start getting a bit of traction from there. Roden was one that comes to mind straight away. And his stuff, and he's doing his DJing on his ironing board, and thought, let's do something similar. If he's going to start getting bookings from this, you can see the power of it. It's free promo, isn't it? Like, you might as well give it a go. So I started making, like, what was I doing? Just putting, like, DJ mashups on there. I tried all sorts of different series. If you scroll back, yeah, probably put 1,000 videos up there. It's just stupid.
Have you archived them?
No, it's not. Yeah, you scroll far enough.
Yeah.
But I used to do like DJ mashups that shouldn't exist. So it would be like, I don't know, Britney Spears with a Drake tune, but like on a house record. And just weird shit. But then you get loads of hate.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Delete.
Yeah. Block.
Yeah. And then I went into like, similar to what I'm doing now, actually. I'd set my decks up and I'd do the best 5 tracks from a certain DJ.
Oh.
So I'd do like Pause's top 5 tracks. But then again, they sometimes did really well. They sometimes, for me at the time, they're the first ones that got any sort of views, like 10k or something. I was like, wow, like I'm getting 200 all the time. And then some would do 200 views. And so there's a real level of inconsistency there. And the ones that did better were the ones that are a bit more controversial. So say I'd do like, I don't know, a Chris Stussy top 5 and not put All Night Long in there, you know, just to try and get a bit of, and you get a lot of backlash, right? But then kept trying loads of different things, trying pushing my own music in there. And I remember it vividly. It was the week, it was back to Obscure again. It was when I've Arrived was released. And on that weekend, there was a Kieran Morgan track that I Like It on You and Me. And then there was another big one. So I thought, I've got to make a video about this because these are 3 sick records. So I said, these 3 records are being released this week. They're sick. And then that did really well. So I just thought I could do that every week. And then just been consistent with it since then. That was about a year and a half ago.
And did people start sending you tracks to put in there or? Yeah,
after a couple months. Yeah, because I'd started doing it in the September. And they were averaging quite well views straight away, like 10,000, 15,000 views. And at the time, I had like 500 followers. I didn't have anything.
Yeah.
And I did my roundup at the end of the year, top 10 of the year, and that got like 350,000. And then that suddenly went extra 3,000 followers. And yeah.
Do you feel like TikTok is almost like having that TikTok social media presence is more important sometimes than the actual DJing or?
Yeah. I don't like the way it is, you know. I don't like using TikTok. I'm not a big fan of it, believe it or not.
Really?
But if other people are going to use it, why not use it yourself?
Yeah. Use it to your advantage.
Exactly. It's a free promotional tool. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Well, exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, going back to your question, I sometimes do feel, I mean, there's some really good, really talented producers out there that I see, and you're like, why are they not getting booked? And it's because they don't have the social presence, they don't have that connection to people. Shall I name the names?
What do you mean, like some really good DJs?
Yeah. Like for me,
producers?
like, someone like Danny Snowden, he's super talented, one of the best producers in the game, but you don't see him in many lineups. And I feel like if he was a bit more active on the socials, maybe that could not be the block, maybe it could be something else. But you see a couple of producers like that and you're like, they should be getting more. Yeah.
But I also think like it's everyone's choice.
Of course.
So like if they're not too bothered about doing that, that's fine. Or maybe
definitely.
Maybe they're happy chilling.
Yeah.
Or whatever, then that's fine. But also if they do want those gigs, maybe take the advice.
Yeah.
Do you find that any of your other content is going viral now more so that you're, you know, getting that bit of consistent content out?
I think I get a steadier, better view count because the followers I have are into the music anyway.
Yeah.
I've never seen a viral hit. My viral one was that top 10. But I've never had anything super viral since then. It's been quite steady, which is nice because it's built up a really nice following that when you have something that goes really viral, it's great for numbers, but it does attract a lot of people that don't like you.
You're telling me.
Oh yeah, because you had that massive one, didn't you?
I'll insert clip here. I had about 3 go viral in the space of like a week, and one of them, the comments are just awful.
Oh no.
Oh, they're just awful. I'm not even going to give that one the attention, but yeah, it does great for the numbers, but unless you're uploading consistently, you're not building that consistent community, which I suppose is what you've got.
Yeah. And the great benefit I've got is I can put my own tunes in it. It's a great market. That's one of the main reasons I started with it consistently. Because I had tunes that I wanted to put out and I thought, what's a good way to market them?
Yeah.
These do well. Let's just use that. Yeah.
And have you found you get in a lot of like bookings or, you know, people reaching out to you saying, I'd really like that track? Like, how are you finding that?
Yeah. I'd say if it weren't for the TikTok, I wouldn't be getting any bookings. I personally feel. Yeah, if I didn't have that social following, I think my tracks are good, you know?
Yeah.
But I think you need that social aspect to it.
Yeah.
To get the bookings. What was the question? Sorry.
I said, does it help with the bookings and more people asking you for tracks?
Yeah, I guess so.
Like yours personally?
Yes, because labels do send me the tracks to put in their top fives. Check this out, and they're always asking me for demos and stuff, which is a really cool door in, you know, because it's not only am I sharing these, I'm networking with everyone I do it with.
Yeah.
Because every time I tag all the DJs, tag all the labels, so my name's coming up for them. So it's a net positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice. Something I did want to talk about was your partnership with Trackstack.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Please tell me everything.
Wow. So I need to give a shout out to my mate here because my mate Luke Mannion, I did a collab with him the other day. I released on his label at the start of last year. We were in ADE together, and he gave me the idea. He was like, "You should share unreleased tracks as well. Like, you do your top fives. Why not do unreleased?" I was like, "Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't know how I'd frame it though." So the idea was in the back of my head, and then Trackstack approached me and said, "We'd love to work together on something with like your series." I was like,
"They approached you?"
Yeah.
Oh my god! Yeah. Like. It's almost been put out in the universe for you there, hasn't it? Anyway, carry on. That's amazing.
Yeah, because it's cool because I was using Trackstack before anyway. You know, it's a cool brand to work with because, not that I'm an influencer, but... I'd want to work with brands that I like anyway.
Yes.
You know? And it's a sick platform. I can't say enough good words about it. But... yeah, they came to me and said, "Do you want to do something together?" I was like, "Let's have a brainstorm. Let's see what we can do. Right, let's set me up, get people to send me tracks through there, and it's unreleased radar." So it's very similar to my top 5 series, but it's top 5 unreleased tracks.
Yeah.
And I love it because it's letting me put tracks out and give some attention to these up and coming producers and DJs. You know, my top 5s, a lot of the time, they can be a bit predictable. And it's, you know, your Josh Bakers of the world, or your Chris Dussies, and everyone knows the track anyway. Whereas you do these unreleased ones and people are messaging me like, "This producer's sick. Like, I've gone through all these other stuff because of it." And I've had a lot of people have messaged me saying my track's been signed because it's been featured on my series, which is sick, you know? It's mega. And then I get a few coming through. And I'm like, I want to collaborate with this guy because he's sending me loads of cool stuff. So done a few collabs in the work with it. So yeah.
Oh my God.
It's cool.
That is so cool. And how long is that for then?
What do you mean, sorry?
Like, how long's the partnership for, or has it finished?
It's indefinite, I guess. I guess it's until we change it. Yeah, there's no contract there or anything. It's just...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So,
not like a week-by-week basis, I guess.
And so do they pay... I mean, you don't have to tell me, but do they pay you for it?
I have a promo code. So
oh, right, okay.
I get commission from when people sign up using my code.
Oh, that's so good.
Dan White 50.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
But it's cool because, like, to send me tracks, you don't need to pay. You don't need to be signed up. It just makes the process of sending tracks easier.
Yeah.
So if it was like a thing, if it was a platform where it's like, you need to pay to send me a track, I'd be like, no, I'm not doing that.
No.
Because that defeats that's not what music's about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really nice. I absolutely love that for you. And I love that. Is it getting traction, do you find, like the unreleased stuff?
They do okay. They do okay. They don't do as well as the top 5s, in my honest opinion. But I think my followers appreciate it because they're getting exposed to new music, stuff they've never heard before, new producers they've never heard before. And I think it's cool to try and push things that other people aren't pushing.
Yeah.
So much. Yeah.
That's nice. I feel like you're a bit of a pioneer in the space.
I'm a philanthropist.
Yeah. Dude, that's hilarious. Oh my god, that is so good. What would you say to someone that potentially would want to be in the position that you're in on TikTok? What would be your advice?
Be consistent. That's the most important thing, consistency. There's no point getting excited about it and putting like 10 posts up in a week if you're not going to post the next week. You know, find something that works for you and stick to it. So when I started my top 5s, what worked for me at that time was 1 post a week, which I stuck to, and it's grown me. Obviously, don't post. You got to have a bit of strategy behind it as well. You got to find what works, look at the analytics. One thing I did a lot when I started was I'd post a video, then on TikTok you can go into the back end of it and you can see where people are clicking off. So I'd look at that and then I'd go to the point in that video where that was. I'm like, right, I'm dragging that out too much.
Yeah.
Try and streamline the process a bit.
Yeah.
Get to the point, basically. People are only on your video for a second. If it's crap, they'll scroll off. So
100%, yeah. Like finding those engaging hooks.
But don't use the ones everyone uses.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the track you need to hear today.
Yeah. Well, what's your go-to one?
Top 5 tracks.
Yeah, obviously. As if I haven't watched one before. That's hilarious.
Do you know who I am, by the way?
Yeah. You did ask me to be on the podcast, didn't you? Okay, fabulous. I was kind of going to go into production, but I do feel like we've touched on that. There's a few that I could pick your brains on. So, when you're starting a track, what would you say is your go-to starting point?
Always kick drum.
Yeah?
Kick drum to start, and then I love drums, you know. It's either drums or bass. I mean, I know that's a bit cliche, but it depends what you're feeling. If you're going through a process at the time where, like, you're getting your drums down, they're sounding really cool, but then you got writer's block after it, just start with the bass.
Yeah.
You know? Or start with your hook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do in terms of vocal?
Vocal, I'm very lucky to have a girlfriend that's a vocalist. So usually I've got a mic set up, so I'll usually sing something in myself and then send her the idea. I can't sing, so
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. It's so out of key.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice though.
I can get like an idea down, or I'll just send the project to Aaliyah and she'll get something down. Or I've also got like a huge folder of like old school acapellas and stuff like that.
So do you find yourself doing a lot more original vocals then now?
Yeah. I've used a couple of splice ones and stuff before, but they are rinsed a little bit. And if they're not rinsed yet, they will be rinsed in the next few months.
Yeah.
Because they're so accessible to everyone. I think what James Poole does is good. Goes on YouTube, digs through there, finds the old school weird, and then try and get it cleared. And I heard him say in a post the other week, he said, that process of getting it cleared is what keeps the vocal less rinsed, like more unique to you, because people are less likely to go through that process. I think that's a good way to look at it. Yeah,
definitely. And do you know what? It's a lot of time. It's a lot of time and dedication. I think you've kind of got to be a bit more serious about it. Yeah. So it's nice.
Have you gone through the clearance process before on any of your stuff?
Never.
No.
Have you?
On one, but Blank sorted it for me. So.
Oh, really?
Easy.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, the label said, yeah, we'll clear it.
Oh,
sweet.
That's so good that they helped. How long does it usually take you to like finish a track from start I know that's kind of saying like how long's a piece of string, but you know, you've probably been doing it so often now, like you've kind of streamlined your process a bit.
If I get an idea down, it's very dependent on that. If I can get like a nice bass down, I can get it finished in about 3 or 4 hours, which is, they're always the best projects as well.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'll make a bit. It can take me a couple of weeks to make a track. It just depends.
Yeah. On what you vibing.
Yeah. I say they're always the best tracks, but some of my favourite ones they've took me like a few weeks to finish.
Yeah.
They've been painstakingly going through snares for 3 hours.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they all sound the same at some point, don't they? You're like, what am I actually looking for? Come back the next day. It's an out of key snare. How?
How's percussion out of key?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What is one bit of production advice that really improved the way that you produce, would you say?
Oh, wow. That's a good question.
Ooh, take your time.
Learning the basics, the very basics of playing the keyboard, because it just makes writing synths and melodies and bass lines so much easier because you understand the scales a lot more.
Yeah.
I avoided it for ages because I just draw the notes in anyway. But if you can just I've got a crappy little MIDI keyboard, cost me like 40 quid. But if you can just lay down a quick idea on that, it just makes the flow so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. And another one I'd say is don't be a cheapskate like me. For the first 4 years, I was like, nah, because everything in my life was right. I can learn it myself. I learned DJing myself. I can learn everything myself. Use YouTube, work it out. And I had that approach with producing, and I've been doing it 4 years, and I was just getting stuck and not getting anywhere. And then I bought one course on Fader Pro for £30. It was a Rossi course on Fader Pro, and then it was like, oh, like I've got as much knowledge from that as I have from the past 4 years.
Yeah.
So buy all the courses, do it all, put some skin in the game.
Invest in yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a lovely bit of advice.
And believe it or not, it's a bit rogue. I bought a book. Right.
Go on.
Yeah, read a book.
Yeah.
It was like a Attack magazine, Secrets of Dance Music, and it just went through all the basics, everything, all the key terms, like the theory behind it, basically. Not music theory, but...
This was 4 years ago, was it? Or was this 20 years ago? No, I'm joking. Who's having a book nowadays? No, I'm joking.
I know.
No, carry on.
I honestly read through it like it was a school book as well. I had all of my notes and my paper, and I thought...
No, I do that every time. I'm not even joking. What's it called? Spider diagram. I love a spider diagram. It's so irrelevant. Yeah. Carry on. So you whipped out the magazine.
Yeah, got the book out. It was actually a recommendation I saw on Lou Milner's story.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Big up Lou Mill.
Big up Lou Mill. And that understanding the basics of like what a transient is and what an EQ does and what a compressor actually does, understanding the basics behind it, I think is really important.
Yeah, like why and what.
Yeah.
Why is it doing that?
You're doing it.
Yeah.
Not just because someone told you to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And then you will be able to start to hear the difference, which is good. What are 3 plugins that you couldn't live without?
Ooh, good question. Oh, wow. I always use Repro. I love the Repro stuff. Great synths. Basic one, but Kickstart. Get it on everything. Yeah.
Definitely.
And Pro Q4.
Love that.
Yeah. Pro Q4 is another one that you just chuck it on every single... Do you have Pro Q?
No.
See, I was in the mindset, me being a cheapskate again. I was like, I'll just use the Ableton stock one. And then I was talking to a producer and he was like, it's no way near as accurate and there's so much more functionality with Pro Q. And there is. It just... Yeah. You can turn any sound into almost whatever you want with the EQ. Right.
Really?
Yeah, it's cool.
You'll have to show me how to do that. You have to do me a little tutorial.
Yeah. You can even sidechain with the EQ and you can sidechain certain frequencies. I'm getting a bit technical there, but...
Yeah, no, I think that's good.
Like if you just want to sidechain the lows of something, you can do that in there. It's nice.
That is nice. So, you're obviously getting a lot busier with your gigs.
Yeah.
How are you finding that?
Really exciting. Loving it.
Yeah.
Loving every minute of it. I was asked before, actually... like, what's your advice like when you're on tour? What do you do? I'm like, I've only just started doing it. I just get smashed. Just enjoy it. Free drinks.
You've been to Hull recently.
Yes.
Where else have you been?
So I was at London on Saturday, which was cool. Did my London debut.
Was that with Troxy?
Yes.
Yeah, Cameron. That's his name.
Is that his name?
Yeah, big up Cameron, Troxy. Yeah, I met him at Forbidden Forest last year.
Cool.
Lovely guy.
Dead sound.
Yeah.
Dead sound.
Really dark music, which I quite like, very deep.
Yeah, because I've read his bio actually, and he says he's got that drum and bass influence as well.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. Because I've noticed as well, we were booked for this event, and it was just after we got announced as the winners for the Abode competition.
Oh,
this summer.
Amazing.
Which is really exciting as well.
Yeah.
It was me, him, and 3 other DJs, Alfie as well. I think you know Alfie, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then two other sick DJs. But yeah, super looking forward to that one. It was going to be my first international gig, but then I've been booked for Eden in Ibiza at the start of June. So.
Oh, well done. Oh my God. Are you allowed to announce who's on the lineup or?
It's more of like a local style lineup. So where I play for in Hull, I play for an event called Fusion, and they're doing a Room 2 takeover.
Oh, amazing.
So they invited me along, which is really fun.
That's so nice. And when did they ask you to do that?
Start of the year, I guess. Start of this year.
Oh my God. That is so fun. I've never been to Ibiza.
You've not been to Ibiza?
No, honestly, Dan.
Cancel the podcast.
Get me in the bin. She's not a real one. But that's amazing. Didn't you go to Ibiza last year as well with...
Yeah, I went twice last year with Aaliyah because she was singing at Cava Santa.
Oh, yeah. She said, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she said,
Yeah, she said, yeah. I just had to jog the memory.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's amazing. So you go into Ibiza, you go into Malta, was it?
Mm-hmm.
And then have you got any other international ones?
They're my only international ones I've got booked in. Yes, they are. I've got a couple other festivals and stuff booked in. A couple of really exciting shows.
Yeah.
When's this podcast going up?
You will be... May, but to be honest, it's going that well that I might really have to release it sooner. So, when's your announcement's going to be?
I think it will be announced. So I'm doing a festival called Sunset Groove over towards Scunthorpe Way. It's the second year doing it, and the lineup for that's really cool. I'm playing on the Sunday with like Roden, RTK Tarantino, Philip George. Really cool lineup.
Philip George, he's making a right comeback, isn't he?
I used to love his. I still love his tunes now, but it was like proper house party vibes.
Yes.
Like I Wish You Were Mine and all
that. Oh God.
Bangers, and now he's sending me his unreleased tracks. What? It doesn't make sense to me.
That's mental.
You know?
Yeah. What a guy.
Yeah.
What a legend.
What a nice guy.
Yeah. So back to DJing. How have you felt more pressure, do you think, now? That you're starting to get these bigger gigs, like how are you finding it?
To be honest, I'm not feeling the pressure on these ones at the moment. When I did my first, so I'll go into it really quickly. So I started DJing like 8 years ago. Within 6 months, I had my own event in Liverpool. It was a student event, which then turned into raves and stuff like that, playing some really cool venues really early on, like 24 Kitchen Street, WAV, Williamson Tunnels, Invisible Wind Factory. Sick venues, some of the best in Liverpool. And that time was really cool, and running events was really cool, but it was really time consuming.
Yeah.
So I decided to step away from running events because I wanted to focus more on my own artist project.
Yeah.
Rather than give myself a warm-up slot for another DJ. That might sound like a bit of a selfish way to look at it, but you've got to think about your own career. Getting
a bit too big for your boots there, Dan. No, I'm joking. I think that's a good move, a good decision. Yeah.
So I stepped away from gigs like that for a while, and one of my first ones back was like after a year or so of
really
but after about a year or so, and then it was playing for Blank, the 360 show, which first one back, it's a sick lineup, special guest, final special guest that I'm handing over to Salado. Mind blowing. And
I love Salado.
Yeah, honestly, when they walked into the booth, I didn't even know it was going to be them as a special guest.
Did you not?
I was like, oh my God, that's Salado.
Oh my God, Mark and James. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God, are you releasing on it? Have you got anything coming up on Solar? Yeah. Hi, I'm Dan. I can put you on my top 5 tracks.
You got the voice nailed as well.
Yeah, there you go.
But that was the first one back, and it was being obviously 360 booth, so you're right in the middle, and that was being recorded for YouTube, and obviously their YouTube's massive. It's got like 1 million subscribers.
I didn't know that.
They've hit 1 million now, yeah.
Salado?
No, sorry, Blank.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that they have 1 million, yeah. Sorry, uncultured.
Yeah. So it's like, oh wow, that is a little bit of pressure there. You know, it's not just going into some random small venue. It's like, yeah, that's got to be big.
Yeah.
That has the potential to be seen by like thousands of people. So, bit of prep for that, bit of a nervy on that one, but I like to say I did a decent set, and then from then it's snowballed into some really steady, good sets. I'm loving what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't complain.
I think it's really good as well. Like I say, I've been DJing all this time, even though it's in bars, it gives you experience playing in front of people, and it doesn't feel stressful.
Yeah.
When you jump on.
I think as well, like, there's a lot of DJs that have come up just off the back of producing, and then when they do come to play a gig, they might not have had that experience. So it's nice that you've got that good foundation of reading a room as well.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of topical conversation around that at the minute of people not reading the room and maybe not playing to the crowd. And, I think the conversation's definitely, well, I say conversation, like, it's very split. I think some people are like, no, the DJ should play what they want. And then other people are like, no, they should play towards the crowd. So,
yeah.
I mean, which side of the fence do you sit on?
I think you should always play towards the crowd.
Yeah.
You should always play to the crowd. Like, it's easier when, say, you've got a name and you're on the booking and people have come to see you, you can get away with playing what you want, really, because they can see you anyway. But if you're, like, supporting someone especially, or there's other people on the lineup and people aren't there necessarily to see you, they've paid good money to go out. Even if it is free tickets for the event, they've still decided to do that with their Saturday. They're still having a few drinks and whatever.
Yeah.
You got to make sure they have a good time.
Yeah, for sure. And I think as well, like, there's a lot of people at the minute, especially like the bigger DJs, wanting people to enjoy the warm-up. I don't know whether you've seen that. But I've definitely seen bigger DJs been like, you come in for the lineup. You're not just coming for me to play at peak time. Listen to these people that are coming up, or maybe you might not know them as well. Like,
enjoy the warm-up slot.
Exactly.
Yeah, get into it there. Have your pre-drinks at the venue rather than sitting at home or in a flat or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And like support the venues as well, which is such a big topic of conversation.
I do agree with support the venues, but some venues charge way too much for a beer.
Yeah, we can get that on repeat. I do agree. Or like charging like 15 quid for a double.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is wild. Right, now, sit down. I'm going to pick your brains on the music industry and everything you know about it. So, and I think we've already touched on this, to be fair, but just to get a solid opinion, do you think success in dance music is talent, timing, or consistency?
Consistency.
Yeah,
consistency. Because I see people, some people are obviously naturally more talented, but if you're talented and you stop doing it after like a year, then it's not going to happen, is it? I feel like anyone can make it in this industry if you're consistent enough. I don't feel like there's a block to it at all.
Powerful. that was perfect.
That's my opinion on it anyway, because you see, like you say, you compare yourself with people online and you see, oh, he's been producing 6 months and he's already getting this, and I've still not had the big Chris Dussy support yet, but if I'm in this industry for long enough, it's going to happen.
Yeah,
it's my mindset and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of people say that, just don't give up on your dreams, and I know that sounds really cringe, but
you can't give up. You got to keep going. You got to.
Yeah.
Because the only way you're not going to succeed is if you stop.
I think, that's perfect. What you've just said is exactly what the people need to hear. I'd gone, this a couple of years ago now, but I'd gone to go see Soli.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. And he was doing his label launch party, Soul 93, I think it is. I could be the wrong 90, but I'm pretty sure it's 93. And he did like his DJ set, and then he did like a few questions afterwards. It was a big enough party. All his like friends, and like there was like the odd DJ there, LP Rhythm. And at the end he did a bit of a Q&A. And I actually think Ellie Skoogle was there. Do you know Ellie Skoogle?
Yeah.
She was doing the Q&A. And they were like, what is one bit of advice you would give? And he was just like, don't give up. And I think at the time it was like when I was slowing down with going to uni, and like you don't get as many gigs when you're not in uni, and people don't tell you that. And he was like, just don't give up. Don't give up. And I'm there, a few tequilas in, I'm thinking, this advice is great, but I feel like as long as you just keep telling yourself that, it's so important. Yeah. And what's quite nice about like you and Aaliyah, I know this podcast is about you, but you and Aaliyah, and I said this to Aaliyah, is you guys know what it's like. So you can, push each other along when one of you's maybe having a bad month or...
Actually, speaking of that is one of the main reasons I put a lot of time into TikTok, because... At the time, she had like 1,000, 2,000 more followers than me. And I said, let's have a wager. Right. Whoever's got the most followers by the end of the year, the other one has to pay for a really nice dinner, like 20 stories in town.
Yeah.
And I absolutely grafted that TikTok. So I wanted that free meal. And I got that free meal.
Did you go to 20 stories?
We went to Shoom. I didn't make her pay for 20 stories. But
no, next time.
buy me a curry.
Well, so I'd say that's right. You probably got a bigger portion going there anyway.
Definitely. For a curry.
So do I. In this scene, do you think it's more collaborative or competitive?
Ooh, good question. You should be a podcaster. I think we're in a nice scene. I think it is more collaborative. I think DJs prop up other DJs and stuff. Like I mentioned earlier briefly, my sister's in a band, and her and her boyfriend mentioned this to me. They're like, in the band scene, it's way more competitive. It's like, you wouldn't shout up the other bands as much because you want yourself to be the band. Well, like, they won't support each other's music, and because you don't do it, they're playing their own tunes. Whereas DJs, you can chuck a video up of someone else's tune, and you can both benefit from that.
Yeah,
it's nice. I think it's nice. What do you think? Do you think it's more competitive? Or?
I think there's different sides to it for sure. Like, I think it's definitely collaborative, and the way that you've just described it there is a really nice and ideal situation. Yeah. Like, for sure, I think, people can benefit. Like, let's say Chris Dussy plays your tune. Great.
Yeah.
You're fine for the rest of the year.
Do you know what I mean? From that one video.
Yeah. I mean, take Jordan Peak, for example.
Yeah.
Front to the back. Not only was it a good tune, obviously, great tune, but everyone was playing it. He was reposting it.
Yeah.
And that's what's, he's on it. Defected. He had it signed by Defected. And, he's making more tunes and people recognise his name.
Yeah.
And I think it does take that one thing. But I think sometimes when you're trying to get there, and there's people on a similar level to you and stuff, there can be that competitive edge, I guess.
Yeah.
Which I think happens in every industry. Every industry. Yeah. So, nothing like a healthy bit of competition. But
I think it helps.
It does. I think it encourages you to, keep pushing on.
Definitely.
More than what you might already do.
Yeah.
So, I think there's two sides to it. But I think the way that you've said it is a much nicer perspective to have.
I've said the politician's answer, haven't I?
Yeah,
Get real with it, Dan.
Yeah, I'm like, can you give us a bit of goss, please? No, I think that's nice. Very media trained of you. What is something? I mean, I don't even know if this is going to be the case, but is there anything that frustrates you about the industry? Off the back of that answer, I think it's a hard no, but
no, I mean, it's a tough industry to be in. There is a lot of snakery going on, I've seen.
Oh.
Here we go. It is some goss. I won't give names, but you get like someone in my position who I share a lot of music, share top fives, and you get a message from a DJ, and straight away saying, "Hello, mate. Right, you're releasing a track. You want it on my thing. You're not messaging me for anything other than that."
Yeah.
And you get certain ones that I've seen that have messaged me for that. They sent me the track, great tune, whatever. And then a couple of weeks later, they unfollow you. And it's like, there is a bit of that does go on.
Yeah.
I'm not saying names because they might have not realised they unfollowed or whatever, but you do see it.
Yeah, it's that exchange, isn't it?
They're like, right, we'll get what we want off you, and then see you later.
Yeah. I mean, I do find that part difficult, I will say, like 100%. So yeah.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one because. And there is a lot of false promises in this. I don't know if you found this, but you said there's a gig happening, and then till I see that poster, I'm not getting excited.
I know.
Or a label wants your track. Until I see that contract, I'm not getting excited.
Yeah.
Because I've had so much stuff fall through.
It's the same with me. Like, an email can come through and they're like, "We want to book you for this."
Yeah.
And then, like, I've even had very recently situations where the lineup has gone out and I've turned up to a gig with the same promoters and they've said, again, no fault of their own, just let you know, Beck, that gig's cancelled. And it's like, oh, shit. So, I suppose that part is tough. Yeah. But the thing is, because you're probably at the stage now where, like, some of these gigs or some of these opportunities are amazing, you do want to shout about it.
Of course.
And
of course.
all you want to do is share with people, oh, I've been working so hard at this. And, you know, it's finally coming some sort of material. But then, like you said,
It can fall through. And
yeah. Which is difficult.
Definitely.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. If someone listening right now wants to make dance music, what should they start doing tomorrow? Or today? What should they start doing today?
Right now.
Yeah. The time is now.
What, and they're a complete beginner, they've never done it before, or yeah? This is gonna sound stupid, but just start. You know, don't be waiting for the perfect plan to do it. Just do it if you want to do it. See if you enjoy it. Get Ableton. There might be a trial, there might not be, but there's ways to get it if money's an issue.
At Dan.
And yeah, don't be afraid. If you do enjoy it, don't be afraid to buy a course. It doesn't make your stuff worse if you bought a course. Don't be afraid to use a loop to start off.
Yeah.
You know, if I didn't have loops when I started, I wouldn't have enjoyed it as much as I do now. Now I can make it all brilliant, but everyone uses loops. Everyone uses reference tracks. And yeah, to be honest, I'd say that, but then I'd say once you start progressing a little bit, I'd say the best way to learn, the best way to progress is just emulate tracks that you enjoy. Try and recreate. Don't release it, but just try and recreate it. And you'll understand then the process of what's gone into it.
Yeah, testing your ears.
Yeah. So say if you love Josh Baker, and you love Josh Baker, say you love Bass Up to the Top, recreate it as close as you can to that, and then you'll understand the process of what he's done for the percussion, what he's done for the bass.
Yeah.
What he's done for the vocal.
Watch his video on synth though. What advice would you give to yourself, but years ago? Like young Dan. Like 4 years ago, or like even when it's not clicking. What advice are you giving to yourself?
I don't know, because I'm kind of like, I'm liking the way it's gone and going, you know? I don't know if I'd want to change. I know it's took time. I think my advice would be keep going, you know? Don't worry, this is going to start happening. Because there's times, obviously, you see producers make it in like a year or so, and you've been producing 4 years and see nothing off it. And it's like, this is never going to happen. I don't have the talent for this or whatever. And you doubt yourself. But I'd give her that advice of keep going down the track you're doing. You're doing all right.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't want to change the path I've been on, because I feel like there's a risk if you make it too big that you don't develop your sound good enough. And if you've already got those eyes on you when you're releasing music and your stuff's not that consistent, it can really affect you.
Yeah.
I see a couple of producers that they blow up and they have one track and it's massive, but then they can't follow it up with anything.
Yeah.
I think it's better to have a background of it first. I know I keep mentioning him, but Chris Dussy, I think the way he's done it, he was for years releasing sick records but nothing massive, and then when he released the big ones, it's like, wow, he's got that foundation there now. Yeah. So didn't really answer your question, did I?
No, I think your advice was it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. Yeah,
that's your advice to younger Dan. It's going to happen.
Don't worry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you know, and if you'd have been able to tell yourself that 4 years ago, you probably would have gone even harder.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, probably.
So
yeah. Another one I'd say that I've started doing recently, which I think is massive, is collaborate more, get in the studio with other people. For ages I was like, I'll do it myself. Did my first collab like a couple months ago, and I've been in like a couple since, and you just learn so much off other producers.
Yeah. Have you been reaching out to them, or like how have you been working that?
Yeah, I've been reaching out to people a lot. I've reached out to a couple from what they've sent me on my unreleased series.
Yeah.
And then a couple that I know, like I've been in the studio with Josh Aval, I've been in the studio with Luke Mannion, who I've released on his label a couple of years ago. And then a lad that's up and coming, Will Short. I don't know if you've heard of him.
I might follow them.
He's only a young lad. Got his studio. He's like, yeah, I'm 20. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's such a good producer.
Got your whole life ahead of you.
Yeah.
Young Maxine.
But yeah, getting, even if they're not in like your genre, just get in the studio with them.
Yeah.
Just watch them work. Because I was lucky enough to be invited along to a studio session last year. I was just watching it, really. Just watching. It was Josh Butler with a couple of vocalists. Because Aaliyah was going down to a session with Kimmick.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't mention who she's collabing with, actually.
We'll bleep it. We'll bleep it.
Yeah. And then on the same session, she was like, oh, Josh Butler's there. Do you want to come? Yeah, I'll come meet Josh Butler.
Yeah.
He's one of the goats.
Yeah. That's so nice. And you're doing a lot of that in person then?
Yes, I've not really done it online yet.
No.
I want to, though, because I found out the other day that you can control someone's computer via Zoom. I don't know if you've seen that.
That's wild.
Yeah. So you could do a collab at home. If you wanted to, yeah.
You'll have to let me know how you get on with that one. Okay. What is next for you?
Oh, what's next? Keep going. I really need to release more music. I think, like I mentioned before, drop my own label, self-releasing, and really just start sending music out again.
Yes.
I want to... The tail end of this year, I reckon June onwards, I want to put out as much music as possible and really show people. I think because I've had a lot of new followers recently. I think they see me as a TikToker first rather than a DJ and producer. Whereas I've been TikToking for a year, but DJing for way longer. So I need to change that perception a little bit.
Yeah.
And really show my sound. Yeah.
That's nice. This is quick fire. Okay, ready?
Go on.
Favorite club?
Loft.
Favorite DJ right now?
Hot Since 82.
One track that never leaves your USB?
Lady Mojo.
Best city to play?
Manchester.
Dream festival?
Creamfields.
Artist you'd love to collaborate with?
Oh, I said love to collaborate with. I stalled on the last one.
It's not the last one.
I said love to collaborate with.
Gonna have to push you.
Let me say Ilario Alicante.
Wow.
Just showing my ball knowledge.
Track that made you fall in love with dance music?
Old school Shadow Child record called Nothing Ever Hurts.
Nice.
Really nice tune.
Fabulous. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for sitting with us whilst we chat away. This has been What's Cooking with Beccs, Vernon and Dan White.
Goodbye.